Hey, what is up, you guys? ShartimusPrime here, doing another live stream. Today we are in the dork room, and I have a special guest here. This mother, this guy. Oh, ugh. Well, we're starting in hot, are we? All right, bro. Okay. I'm very happy to have a special guest on my show, on my live stream today. Um, I think Dave displaying model behavior has been doing a great job with his content. And I think he's done a great job of actually displaying model behavior in the community. I said this earlier in another video, but I really think he's done a really good job of letting himself be a true fan, engage in the hobby. He cherry picks his figures, so he likes what he likes. He passes on what he dislikes, and I think he does when he talks about the things that he dislikes. I think he does so in a respectful way, and I got to commend the guy on it. I don't agree with everything he says. You know what I mean? Not everything we agree on, but regardless, with that introduction, I bring to you guys the one and only Rodimus Dave.
Take off your pants and crack a beer, gang.
All right,
let's do this. I knew the first person to take that literally was going to be you. It's like,
yes, I do every video. How did
this party's just getting started?
How did you know? The party's been going on. Party's been going on, man. But thank you so much for making it. I know you just got back from a trip, like just minutes ago you got back, so I really appreciate you making it happen. And I know I was supposed to be on your show, and things got muddled up on my part. It's all it's on me, man. I apologize for that,
dude. That's what happens. You gotta improvise, adapt, and overcome in this world. And what better way of doing that than having me come on and ride your coattails, which is a way better deal for me.
No way. Hey, man, you're doing great. I think you have like 26.9 thousand subscribers.
Yeah.
Let's get him to 27. Come on, you guys. Let's get him to 27.
No, man. It's still you know how it is. It's like it blows my mind, and I'm so grateful. And at the same time, I'm like, yeah, but it could always be more.
Yeah.
Like, no matter how well you're doing, there's always that other guy. It's like, oh, I'm doing great, but I want to do better than that guy. So it's always a work in progress.
Yeah, it gets to a point where I get to a point where I just don't want to lose what I already have. That's where I get. That's where I'm at. I just want to stay relevant because times change, man. We have to adapt as people and everything, and it's pretty cool. It's cool to see things grow and change at the same time, and it kind of it forces me to grow as a person as well, so.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. You can't stay stagnant. You got to keep on changing and evolving, especially with the new young up and coming whippersnappers who are going to be snapping at your heels. And I keep watching other people's videos, and they're using different editing techniques and styles of even humor and cutaways and pictures, and I'm like, that's really clever. I need to start doing more stuff like that. And you see the way that things evolve, and you're like, okay, I gotta up my game, and that's great. It really is.
Well, that's one thing I like about your content is that you do have a different approach than what I've seen. I don't think anybody else is doing like a picture in picture, like there's the figure on one side and here's my face on the other side kind of thing. So I like that you have a different aesthetic imagery overall, like, and you're not the only one that has their own unique thing. I mean, there's other people that have their own unique take as well, but I just I appreciate that you have your own thing going on.
Yeah, I mean, I was surprised that no one else was doing that. It's like if anyone else figures out how to use split screen on their phone, then I'm screwed.
Oh, shit.
Like, oh no!
Do you do everything on your phone? Is that?
Actually, no. I used to. I mean, pretty much for doing normal videos, iPhone 12, baby. That gets you where you need to go. I mean, it's all in there. It's great. But yeah, for the split screen, it's just I just make two videos. Do one for the camera, and then I listen to that back, and I do all the stuff with the hands, and it works. It's a gimmick. It works for me.
Well, no, yeah. I mean, I don't know about gimmick, but it, you know what I mean. Yeah, it's a good way to go. I like it. I appreciate it, man. There are a lot of things that we could talk about. I mean, for those of you, your channel has become incredibly popular. A lot of people know who you are already. But for those of you who may be in the chat that don't know who you are, give them like a quick rundown about what you do, what got you into collecting, just a brief thing. And then I want to get into some of the news, like some of the good news that's been happening lately over on
totally.
Hasbro and everything. And
I mean, I was absolutely, I just started my channel 2 years ago, boom, kickstart of COVID, bam, like that was my entry point there, like it was for a lot of people, because I've always been a presenter and a performer. Like that's been my job. And whether it was doing like corporate presenting and stuff or anything, like, I have an audience and I can talk. And then I didn't have an audience anymore, but I still got this, desire to hear myself speak. So I thought, we need a platform, man. And honestly, dude, like during those bleak days of 2020, man, watching your channel was like, it was a little pick me up. It gave me those good vibes, and I think a lot of people say that. And I was like, I want to be a part of this kind of conversation, and I'd only just started collecting Legends like properly about a year previously. So I thought, okay, I want a platform. I want something to do. And then, dude, just the ball started rolling. And just like I was saying about your channel being like a bit of a good vibes kind of thing, that was the feedback that I was getting. People were like, man, you're just so happy doing what you're doing. And I'm like, well, I am. And that, that sort of is a cyclical kind of thing. You make people feel good. They tell you that. You feel good and share good vibes. And man, we could use some good vibes right about now. We could use people being cool to each other and just enjoying what we're doing, and that's something that I think is easy to forget sometimes,
Right.
And that's why I love the chance to do things like this, to interact in positive kind of ways. And that's awesome, man. Yeah. And flash forward 2 years later, and I've gone from watching ShartimusPrime to being a guest on the show. I mean, that's just beautiful.
Congratulations, you've made it. You have made it. You are a YouTube rock star now.
Damn Skippy.
But I 100% agree with everything with what you're saying about the positive vibes. Some have misconstrued statements like that about being positive about everything in collecting, and that's bullshit. I'm just going to say that right now. You've made many complaints about Hasbro products and other things, and I have definitely made my complaints left and right. So it's not necessarily about just accepting everything that these manufacturers send us. It's about us having fun together with this thing. Like, we can still have fun and disagree with this or that, or think that figure sucks and that one's cool, but we could still have a good time together. And that's one reason why I'm really glad.
Definitely. I was just thinking this today. Actually, was like I saw some people arguing online, as crazy as that is, that people do argue online, but turns out that is a thing. I thought to myself, like, it was two action figure collectors arguing with one another, and I just thought for a second, like, if you knew each other in real life, if you were like two people working in an office and you randomly had some other guy who was an action figure collector, you'd be like, holy shit, this dude, we're gonna be friends. Like, this guy collects Marvel Legends. That's awesome. But God, just on the internet sort of bubble, it's like, oh, well, we both have this amazing thing in common, but you don't think the same thing that I do about this small thing. Therefore, I think you're a dick. And it's like, how did we get to that stage? That's not how it should be. Let's just cool things down a little bit. Like, we should all be buddies. I mean, you can agree to disagree on some points, but man, just have some more fun with what we're doing. And Lord knows, like you said,
just respect each other's opinions. Like, if you respect each other's opinions, I'm sorry, but
no, it is that's it, exactly it. And I think, it's so much easier to sometimes like let negativity kind of get to you a little bit, because it does for me, and I can't imagine what it's like for you as well. Because also, like, if I say that I love things, then I'm a shill, and if I say that I hate things, then I'm a hater, and nothing's ever good enough. And I'm like, oh, dude, I feel like I'm taking crazy pills sometimes. But
right, you are. You put yourself out there in the public space. Just so you guys know, you drive us all crazy. Like, you don't realize it, but when you slam us one direction or another, it doesn't matter what you're saying, but it does affect us in a bad way. All of us. You could try to say it doesn't, but one way or another, that slamming has a negative effect on your content creators, no matter who it is. No matter.
Yeah, it's true.
Because I've met a lot. I actually think I've met more YouTubers in the collecting community, probably more than any other YouTuber in this collecting community. Like, I've probably engaged in more conversations. Yeah, I've been doing it the longest. You know what I mean? So that's the only reason why I would assume that. I don't know for sure, but I think it's a fair assumption to make. And everybody's affected by it. Everybody gets affected by it. So try to show some respect for your fellow content. I just had somebody made a video just yesterday lying about me, and it's like I have to put a stop to it. Like, people don't lie about other people. That's a disrespectful thing to do, or bring some proof. If somebody says something wrong, prove it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, it's
not
very
lie
difficult
about
when people talk about feelings or their assumption of something as if that's the fact. And it's like, no, it might be the fact that you feel that way, but that doesn't mean that it is a fact. And
Right.
like I saw that recently, which I think you might be alluding to. Like, you get it so badly because if you buy the Hell Charger, then it's because you're a shill. But if you say that you're not buying the Hell Charger, it's because you only want to cater to public opinion. And it's like,
Yeah.
What? What am I supposed to do?
Yeah, it's a lose-lose. Yeah, because both sides hate me right now. Like, oh, you're catering to public opinion, and then the other side is like, you're trying to ruin our collection by not supporting it. And it's like, hey, look, my kid's got a birthday coming up. Money's a little tight. I don't think it looks that cool. I don't want to buy it. It's as easy as that. Like, those are my reasons. I don't like those flames. I could be swayed. I asked Boog to take pictures of the Hell Charger without the lights on over there in New York. Mm-hmm. So hopefully I could see some photos of it with it not powered on, because that's the setting that it's going to be at on people's shelves if this thing goes through. Like, that's the real display piece. Let's get out. Let's read a couple of these super chats. I'm being rude to the chat over here. You're hogging all my attention, Dave. All this positivity is leading to all this negativity now. Okay, look. Blake says many folks bashing toy companies and accusing people of being shills just want people to be as negative as them. That is not fair. I think they like the attention. I think they're getting they're getting more money. Hey, man, we all are. All of us talking about this Haslab thing, we're making out like bandits talking about the Haslab project. But I'm a Marvel Legends collector, so for me, it's already in my wheelhouse. It's not going out like, trashing another toy line that I don't even collect or barely collect. You know what I mean? This is my world. Marvel Legends, my shit. So
that was it. And Marvel Legends will always be what got me into collecting. I mean, if Marvel Legends didn't exist, I would still cherry pick the odd figure here and there. But as far as collecting goes, it was Marvel Legends that got me bit by the bug. And as much as there are serious problems right now with prices and QC, the actual, like, when a Marvel figure, when a Legend figure is made well, like a great example, like, I still think it's the best example of a figure. Like, I will compare my Renew Your Vows Spider-Man to Mafex or any other, 6-inch version of Spider-Man. Dude, Renew Your Vows, man. Here he is. I mean, like, I just knocked Wolverine on the floor, but this is just beautiful. I'm not gonna hate.
You swapped the head? You swapped the head, though.
Yeah, I did, because obviously I've got Ben. I can't even think where Ben Reilly is, but yeah, I've got Ben Reilly with the big eyes, and he just looks the bomb, man. He looks so cool. I kind of wish I knew where I put him now. I must have put him somewhere prominent, but I can't actually think what I've done with Ben Reilly.
Now I'm looking all over for mine. I just had it right here.
Damn, have I got? Oh yeah, I've got Ben Reilly down by my feet. That's where I put him. But yeah, the big eyes.
Yeah, I mean, I like both of those head sculpts. I'm kind of leaning towards doing what you're doing right there, though, too. I did try that head sculpt. I did like it. And then they say the Ben Reilly head sculpt's the best one. If you guys don't like what people are saying, then you should stop being shills and hate mongers at the same time. Yeah. You know what confuses me, though? This is the weirdest thing for me. If you spend your own money, your $350 on a product, how does that make you a shill? Because the definition of the shill is somebody who's profiting from lying about the quality of a product. In the context of what we're doing, that's essentially what a shill means. You are lying for the sake of some kind of benefit, right? Some kind of compensation, okay? And if you're paying for it, then where's the compensation? Like a free $28 first appearance Spider-Man, like $30 versus $350 is such a shit deal. So why would anybody do that? And then some will say, hey, look, man, you could profit off of the video too. True, but I'm also profiting off of videos where I don't pay any money for the figure, just talking about the Haslab. So that's moot. It's really a stupid ass argument, in my opinion. I don't think there's a lot of I call it single dimensional thinking, one dimensional thinking. Critical thinking is what it was called when I went to school, where you gotta like pull the veil a little bit and see what the intentions are. See if there's another angle to be had here on what someone's doing or saying. You know what I mean? And if you really give a second dimension to each of these different thoughts, you'll see how far they can go. Because you could pull the onion. It's like peeling an onion, you know? Somebody, like, let's say I called you a shill, all right? So I'm going to call Dave, displaying model behavior is a shill. That's
all right, I'm used to it.
Oh, God. Why would anybody say that?
I know. I've literally got nothing. Goose egg.
No, but people actually do call you that for real?
Yeah. Or if I put out a video like making fun of Hasbro, then people will say, "Oh, you're only bitter because they didn't invite you on like X, Y, and Z." And I'm like, "No, dude, it's just I put it out because I find it funny because I make myself laugh, and honestly, I can't resist the low hanging fruit."
That just surprises the hell out of me because you have not even like the definition is just lost at that. Okay, so there you go. So front value, Dave displaying model behavior is a show. I need a haircut. This shit's too long.
Yes. You get model behavior coming onto your show. You can't even get a haircut.
Yeah, I know.
What's the matter with you, man?
I apologize. I know. God. But where? Like how? Because the show means that you're getting compensated, right? So where's the compensation? And that second thought doesn't happen. Most of the time, people don't put that second thought in. Or a third thought. If you could say, you call me a shill, like, okay, he's a shill. How is he a shill? Oh, well, let's see. Not that long ago, he unboxed a bunch of Star Wars lightsabers for free. I got a bunch of Star Wars lightsabers for free. Bingo, shill, right there.
That's the one. That's the one.
But let's give it a third dimension of thought over here. What benefit do I really get for having a box full of lightsabers, man? Like, what financial benefit do I really have? Those are kids' toys. And one Princess Leia lightsaber that I gave to my wife. So it's like, is that really enough to throw my credibility out the window in an atmosphere where credibility is extremely valuable and important? Because none of our channels go anywhere without having some kind of credibility, right?
Yeah. Otherwise, if people can't buy into what you're saying, or they think that there's no genuine feelings or thoughts behind what you're saying, then why bother watching?
I watch them.
Yeah.
So the value is, so when you peel to that third dimension, the value isn't there. I make my choices. I think hard about making my choices in that. And anyway, so while we're talking about, let's. I think I missed a chat right over here. I got a Shartimus. Hi, Dave. Hope you're both doing well. Thank you so much, Thomas. Appreciate it. And Juan, thank you so much. Mario movie trailer dropped. Looks great. Little off topic, but still.
Yeah, still. That is the next thing I'm going to click on after we finish this. I want to see what that thing looks like.
We got one right here from Spider Sammy. Says Russ isn't a shill. He just likes Legends as I do. That's the other thing is, what is the difference? So, okay, if I just want to know how anybody would actually be able to fight against that argument, like the best way to fight against that argument of, okay, what's the difference between somebody being a shill or someone just being a fan? Because like at that
Yeah,
point, like, it gets a little tricky. Like, why can't I just be like, if I give Spider Sammy a free figure because I appreciate him as a viewer, and I give him a gift, I give him a free figure. Well, now, is he only watching my videos for the sake of a next free figure, or does he genuinely like my videos now?
on the off chance,
And,
yeah.
and we'll never know.
No, it is. I think the only problem people have is if people sort of ignore reality, and that's not what like, kind of like you said it a thousand times. No one, I haven't seen a single video, well, maybe one, but besides that, I've barely seen any videos where someone's gone like Haslab, $350, worth it, do it.
Yeah.
And the way that a lot of folks talk, or I hear folks talk like about yourself, it's like there was an episode of ShartimusPrime where you were like, guys, this is a steal. You got to buy 2 of them for this price quickly before you never.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, dude, $350, too much. But the biggest argument that I think people have against folks who are buying the Haslab is that they're saying you're telling Hasbro that this price is okay. And I get that that is a fair argument, but at the same time, don't make someone like you know, a bad person. Like, you are a bad person if you buy this. It's like, that's not fair, man. It's tough because I do get it. Like, I feel like as a community, maybe we do need to band together and say, no, this is not good enough. But it just causes so much angst. It's tough, man. It's real tough.
How do you feel about that? Like, Anthony's Customs, I mean, I'm saying Anthony's Customs, and I don't think what he's like, I don't necessarily 100% agree with the rallying cry against Hasbro thing, but at the same time, a part of me doesn't think it's a totally bad idea. I'm on the fence with that. You know what I mean? Like, I make my choice for my own reasons, but for the blatant, you know, let's all gather together, because the reason why I'm on the fence with that is because if I was a big Robbie Reyes fan,
yeah,
I would probably back this project. If I was a big enough Robbie Reyes fan, I would back the project. So a part of me still doesn't want to see Robbie Reyes fans like not get the toy that they want, because I have all kinds of figures that many people have told me that are overpriced. You know, like my Transformers Masterpiece, people say, oh, that's overpriced, you know, like, but just because someone else thinks it's overpriced, it doesn't mean that I shouldn't be able to buy it if I want it. If that, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like
it is. It's real tricky because I feel like, honestly, yeah, it is encouraging prices to go up, and I try to think like, what would be my thing? What would be my Moby Dick white whale where I'd be like, I don't care, I'm buying it. And I don't know, maybe if there was some fictional Clone Saga Haslab that they made, I'd be like, hey, I don't know if it's overpriced, but they're making a Spider side figure, I gotta be all in on this. But I think it's very easy for me to sit in my ivory tower because I don't want Robbie Reyes. I don't care about the Hell Charger. Therefore, I can happily sit back and go, well, I'm one of those awesome people who's not going to buy it because I want to send a message to Hasbro. Can you prove otherwise? No, unless you watch this live stream, in which case I kind of added myself there. but yeah, it's so easy to take the high ground when you don't have a dog in the fight, you know?
Right. Yeah, exactly. And especially if you couldn't have said it better. You look, it's easy to say no if you're, you know what I mean? When I saw the posts about it, or when I initially saw the teases at San Diego Comic-Con, that made me want to read some of the books. And I thought it was cool. You know what I mean? Like, I like the character. I could see why people are a big fan of the character and everything. But I would be lying if I were to say, like, for me reading just, you know, about 6 issues, like, I'm going to be a diehard Robbie Reyes fan all of a sudden. Like, it didn't hit me that hard. I don't have anything against the character, but it's like there's a list of must get. Like, for me, there are a bunch that I would pay stupid money for. There are. I got to admit it. I'm not trying to say I don't like spending stupid money on Marvel Legends, but that not Charger is not one for me. Fantasticar, if they had done a Fantasticar for $350, oh man, I would have sold a bunch of. I would easily. I could think of a few things that I would be willing to sell.
Yeah,
to get that product. That thing is different. But the Robbie Reyes thing, it just doesn't hit me as hard. It doesn't. It's just like the desire isn't as strong right there.
Yeah.
I feel bad. Let me get into some of these super chats right here. Shill live stream. Just kidding. My favorite dudes. Real but positive at the same time. This is a double S tier live stream. Both of you keep up the great work. Yeah, man. And you know, I still think he needs to get kicked down a peg. No, I'm just kidding. I
just need some longevity. We're always saying, gotta show some staying power.
Just need some staying power. I'm sure you would have stuck through all that stuff just fine. But oh, I wish you could suffer like I suffered. No, I don't. I don't wish that at all.
I've heard the tales of the adpocalypse.
Yeah,
I've heard the battles of Mordor that you guys have been through.
I think you would have been fine through all that shit. I think you would have. You seem like a very grounded guy to me, so I think you would have been fine, man. But look at these two hater shills, so negative and positive just for clicks. Yeah, I know. We're desperate. We're both just ridiculously desperate over here. I figure that will never. And by the way, this live stream is littered with one-liners that could be used against either of us. Like we're really throwing ourselves under the bus over here. There's so much that could already be taken out of context like crazy.
Watch Dave commit career suicide live on air.
Yeah, exactly. Likewise. Well, if I hadn't done it already many times over, but the casual collector says, didn't you recently say you felt pressured to give positive reviews to Hasbro when they give you early samples to review, e.g. FAs? I never said that. Didn't you recently say you felt pressured? Link.
Dude, it's
Link it.
It's the old Mandela effect.
Yeah. Didn't you recently say you felt pressured to give positive reviews to Hasbro? Yeah, I'd like to see the link. Timestamp that shit, bro. You're gonna misquote me, or if you're gonna think you're gonna quote me, bring in some proof. You know what I mean? For real. Link.
Yeah, it's a real tricky one where when you do get sample products, because you want to give an honest assessment, I imagine, because I have had sample products before, but never actually anything toy related. I get hit up with the most random crap.
Oh yeah. Nice. You get HelloFresh. HelloFresh has been my favorite not toy hookup, like straight up food.
Dude, I must have hit a certain tier because HelloFresh messaged me just this week.
Oh,
but I felt like a real doofus or whatever, because they were like, hey, can you send us your sort of statistics about viewers and locations and stuff? And I was like, didn't even think twice. I'm like, yeah, sure, there you go. And then they were like, yeah, it's not what we want, actually. Thanks. I was like, oh, well, screw you, buddy.
Oh, man.
And I was like, wait, so I just gave you a whole bunch of market research for nothing? It's like, man, I'm such a mark sometimes.
Yeah.
They could have said, can you also give us your bank details and the last 4 digits of your PIN card or whatever? I'd be like, yeah, there you go, man.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
I mean, if you gave screenshots, that's fine. Just don't give them I just wouldn't give.
Yeah, I'm not going to give them my password or anything. No.
Yeah, or access into the, because I've had some like potential ads. Thanks for being a super chat member, by the way, or a channel member, the Batman fan 28. Appreciate it. We are all collectors. Everyone should be getting along, no matter what. My friend Charlie, he found the Mojo figure, and I borrowed it from him, and it's like we're hanging out and talking. Like, it's just funny how casual it is in real life, where we would disagree on something and it just wouldn't like halt like everything. You know what I mean? Like, because it happens frequently when people disagree on figures. You know what I mean? It's not that uncommon. Colt Kid. Hey, Shark Dave, name your top 5 Marvel Legends off the top of your heads. What comic figure do you want to see most in Mafex form that's not made yet? Do you want to go first? Daredevil. I'm just going to say freaking Daredevil. I've been wanting to see Mafex do that. I've heard a lot of people mention that. I know I'm not the first one, but yeah, Mafex and Daredevil need to really
That's
make
a great
happen.
call, actually. Mafex would kill with Daredevil. That
Yeah,
would be great. And of course, they could do all the different style costumes as well, because Mafex love their like palette swap type
yeah.
repaint. So yeah, they could have a lot of fun with Daredevil. But
Why
like,
not Hulk? Why haven't they done a Hulk yet?
yeah, I
Listen
was
to a
same
great
same
Hulk.
with Mezco. It's like, come on, guys, where are
Uh,
you high end import companies? I want to
they
see
did
these
a
different versions.
they did
Then
a
again,
little more.
maybe they just saw that Select just freaking nailed the Hulk, and they were like, "It's time to
Oh
pack up shop and go home, guys." They
no, they
did
don't.
it.
Like they did a Gladiator Hulk, which I didn't
Yes,
really
that's
like that much. I know MCU Collector was a big fan of that one, but I didn't really like it, and I ended up selling mine. But you know, it wasn't bad. But I only watch. How dare you watch for the figures, Frecky?
right.
Speaking of which, I'd like to get into some of the. I've been told I'm only a Shartimus fan because you give me free stuff. There you go. See, exactly, exactly. Shill. He's a Shartimus shill. I actually got some shirts made. If you guys want to buy them on my store, I have a shirt that just says shill going across the front of it. So I'm going to start rocking that shortly.
Well, you need to have like a James Bond parody style one with like a license to shill kind of thing going on.
That, God damn it, man. You're cheating.
You can have that. That's my gift to you, man.
Are
That's
you
my gift to
serious?
you.
I'm gonna have to give you a percentage for every single one of them. That is brilliant. Somebody make that. Somebody make that, and then send it to Dave so that he could put it on his.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah. Somebody make that a thing. That's a brilliant. That's your idea. You got to take that one.
All
That's
right,
all you. I
I'll
love that.
take it. I'll
I
have
just
that
have
one.
I just have black and white, but I like that license to shill. I love that. And then I could buy one from your store. That would be great.
But it makes you very hesitant to cover sort of stuff, or like I do. I worry like what my perception is, because I'll do a video bashing Hasbro, which is, again, it's low hanging fruit, but it's easy and quite enjoyable too. But then the very next day they had their PulseCon live stream, and my entire reaction video was, "Oh, this all is so good.
Yeah,
Give me."
I know. I felt like I mean, yeah, I felt the same way, where it was just like, and then now here are the goods. Here they are back in their, like, I don't know what the hell like, I really think it's Disney pushing this Ghost Rider thing. I really think it's because I feel like they seem out of their element with this in general. Like, they're not hitting the right stride. I feel like they don't have the same kind of confidence they've had in the past. Maybe because the numbers are showing that. I mean, they're feeling the hurt. They know we're pissed off. They all know that we're upset. There's no
that's
doubt.
the thing. They're not clueless.
Yeah,
you
they're
know?
not clueless. Yeah, they do care. Like, that's one thing that a lot of people don't think about, is that the humans that actually make these things do care about what they're doing. Now, there are people that there may be some suits that don't. You know, there's probably people above the design team that are more concerned with profits than ankle pivot. You know, so I'm not saying those people don't exist within the ranks of Hasbro or anything. I mean, they've proven it very well themselves. But there are people that work on these figures that really do care about the product. And I think it's unfair for anybody to assume that the people with hands-on, manufacturing or designing, that they don't care. I think that's kind of an unfair claim to make.
It's a job that I wouldn't want to have, because
Oh, God.
any big business, it all just comes down to the dollars and cents and the numbers on a spreadsheet. Like, that's literally, you think the head of the board of directors of Hasbro gives a tiny rat's ass about Marvel Legends? No, it's just about increasing wealth for shareholders. And if cheaper packaging and higher prices will do that, then that's just a math. That's not even a question of like taste or style or morality. It's just math. It's like, oh, this math will get me this much more money. Well, that's what we're going to do. And then it trickles down to the poor dudes on front of the camera going, hey, this is the offer.
Is the packaging really cheaper, though? I don't know.
I have no idea. I couldn't even.
I know that's a common narrative, but I would kind of like to put a stop to, assumptions that we don't really know. Like, because I talked to a factory about it before, and it didn't seem like there was like a major cost difference there, but There may be, I could be wrong. I'm just saying, I don't know if that packaging is technically cheaper for them just because it has no plastic in it. Because
Yeah,
it has a lot
that's
of ink.
absolutely fair enough. Yeah,
You know,
one thing that would cost maybe a little bit more money that they're saving on is QCing the images on their packaging and just making sure that things are represented as far as pins and pivots and the kinds of things that are in the renders, but not the actual figures themselves. And that's such an easy thing for people to point at and go, Hasbro, that's really bad. And they're still saying, hey, it was a mistake, but it's been a mistake for a long time, and they're still making it. So it's like, come on, guys, like this is an easy win for you to fix, but that's what makes people think they don't care.
The Mystique.
Yeah, Mystique, Terrax, Future Foundation, Spider-Man. There's a lot. Oof. There's a lot of figures that do not match the image on their boxes, and it's like, guys, it's real hard to defend you. You know, when you got to get this right, guys. So, you know, putting out a tweet after the fact saying, "Oh yeah, that's a mistake." It's like, well, no, it's not good enough, dude. You got to stop making the mistakes. So anyway, that's one that they do need to fix, because that's very bad customer relations. And you know, you gotta try and convert the narrative of, like, you know, making your company seem more like the good guys, basically.
You know which one? I wasn't upset by the Mystique one because that was only one picture on the back of the box, and like when they were promoting it, I didn't even know that picture even existed until way after. Like I pre-ordered it knowing it would come with single jointed elbows. Like, so I was surprised that one even existed with double jointed elbows, which disappointed the shit out of me, to be honest, because I was like, well, then why didn't you make that one? But the one that did upset me, and I didn't notice it until afterwards, but it was the Future Foundation Spider-Man one. And I looked at that and I was like, that's bad. That is not cool, because those pins really stand out. And it's that one really upset me, because I was like, that one, I mean, it's easier to assume there's a nefarious intention behind that one. Because like,
there was a choice. At one point, someone went, what color should we make that pin in the picture? Let's make it match the figure. And it's like, there was a decision made there. You can't tell me that was an accident.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But same thing with Mystique. God, it gets so tricky, man. But let's read. We got a chat right over here. You guys are awesome. It's a shame about the Haslab Hell Charger. What's a Haslab you both would want? Personally, I would want a Spider Rex Haslab. Oh, okay. Yeah. What was the one that you mentioned just a second ago? You didn't say a Spider Slayer.
I mean, I was talking about like some kind of Clone Saga related thing, but that kind of brings me more onto a topic which I think is kind of interesting, which is, I think we've conditioned ourselves to an extent to think like a Haslab is an annual thing now. It's like, right, summertime, time for the Haslab, and it's like, should it be? I mean, if people ask me, what would your next Haslab project be? I'm like, I'm not sure if I don't know. I've got a Galactus and a Sentinel. I don't think I need another Haslab.
You don't have anything else that you'd want?
Honestly, for me personally, yeah. I mean, you were mentioning Fantasticar,
Giant Man. Those two are at the top of my list. Quinjet. I think this. It frustrates me that they didn't go with Quinjet, because Jesse Falcon was working on that before Toy Biz went over to Hasbro. So they're doing one where it had cardboard pieces in it and stuff. But I really was assuming that if they're going to do a vehicle Haslab, it would have been a Quinjet, since that's the direction that Toy Biz was going to go in before they closed shop. So that was disappointing that there was no Haslab Quinjet, Giant Man, Fantasticar. I would still take a Punisher van loaded with all kinds of dope weapons and features and stuff than the Robbie Reyes Hell Charger. Another thing that a lot of people forget about too is that all those vehicles that I mentioned, you could fit more than 2 figures inside of them.
Yeah.
Like, come on, dude. You can only fit 2 figures in the Hell Charger. And then they're not offering the brother. I find it kind of weird that they're like not including they're not including characters that are really important to Robbie Reyes. So that's like a weird thing where it's like, okay, like if I was that diehard Robbie Reyes fan, like, are the diehard Robbie Reyes fans upset that the brother isn't included, or there's no like Mr. Hyde to go along with this thing? You know what I mean? To complete your display. I don't.
Yeah, it's a real odd one. And again, actually, I think I sort of had a little sort of light bulb moment myself there, where I was thinking, there aren't any Haslab projects that I think I would want. And honestly, I think the reason for that, what I actually realized, is because at the rate they're currently going with what they're offering for the money being charged, what I actually mean is I can't imagine an offer they would give me that I would want. It's like if the Haslabs that were coming out were just like insane, great price, incredible stuff, I'd be like, oh well, I want a Haslab Onslaught, or I want a Haslab Apocalypse, and I want all these things. But then I'm like, well, no, I don't want that, because at the current state of what we're being offering or being offered, I know it wouldn't be that good. So I don't want whatever Onslaught that they would give us for a $350 Haslab, because I don't think it would be worth the money. That's why I can't think of anything that I would want. So it's they got to make it look better. That's what I'm saying. They got to make it look better.
So would you say like the Sentinel seemed worth it to you, or no? You don't think the
Sentinel? Again, for me, yeah, I think the Sentinel was worth it. And honestly, it's only the Hell Charge has been a real bad sort of PR moment. It really has sort of soured people's perceptions, or I feel like it's soured mine. Because the Sentinel, I literally look at that every day and I'm like, golly, you're beautiful. Yeah. So I love the Sentinel, but then I just can't really think of anything else that would sort of fit that mold. There he is. Look at that guy. I mean, that's just so. It's just so good. My only complaint was that I couldn't buy two of them at the time, because I would have, and then I would have just doubled up my display. Right,
give it ankle pivot, Dwight. Dwight.
And again,
slider right here for this to shift up and out of the way. They can get this to shift up so you can get more ankle pivot. Just wanted more ankle pivot on this guy.
So that's fair comment. And again, I know that there are different people. I mean, first of all, I would never pretend to be an expert in plastics or big companies and business. Folks say Haslab shouldn't exist. It's not a thing that a big company needs to do. And I kind of get that again, but I don't know the economics behind it. So I can't say yes or no. But just as a product, I'm very happy with my Sentinel. I don't know what the actual price equates to, if it's a good or bad deal. I know that I love it. So I'm very, very happy with that. And I'm sure Galactus will probably be similar. But then Galactus coming? Yeah. Oh, heck yeah, man.
Oh, you backed Galactus too. Okay.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Well,
I thought I misunderstood you a second ago when you're talking about the Onslaught and stuff, because you're saying that at this point they can't offer anything to you that would be worth it. You know what I mean? So I'm just a little confused when you're saying that, but then this and Galactus are worth it. So
because I think the standard of value for money has dropped so much with the Hell Charger in my eyes. Because I feel like if I wasn't clear.
This would be $500, and you're saying that's not worth it.
Yeah,
so like if they're going to do this today, you're saying they would probably charge $500, and $500, no.
That's it. Yeah. No, I wasn't clear, because in the last 2 years, the prices have gone up and the amount of work seems to have gone down. So therefore, if they keep moving in that trajectory, I couldn't see anything that I would want. If we got something for a Sentinel price and a Sentinel quality, then I could be tempted to part with my money.
Now, I've heard this before, where a lot of people, not just you, but a lot of people have said like the quality of Hasbro's figures have gone down. I strongly disagree with that, because they are implementing photoreal tech on their comic figures, and they're giving the figures pinless joints, right? Yeah. Those things right there make me happy, because those pinless joints don't only look better, it kind of stiffens the joint a little bit more too. So it makes it a little bit easier to get the figure in poses that I like. So for me, that's an increase in quality. If it looks better and it actually performs a little better, then that looks like an increase in quality to me. Now the QC stuff has always been there, right? Remember Misty Knight and the Stupid Eyes?
Oh yeah,
Misty Knight and the Stupid Eyes, the freaking Psylocke and the bad hair. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
there's all kinds of examples of QC problems from Hasbro with the window packaging. So I don't think that has gotten particularly worse. I don't think it's gotten better, but I don't think that part's gotten worse. I don't think the quality has gotten worse, but I don't know if things
I completely agree. I think when I say the quality, I just mean the value for money in some instances, but not all, because that's also a very difficult thing now, is the inconsistency. Like you'll pay $30 for an old mold with pins that's not great, and you'll pay cheaper for a new figure that's pinless and looks great with photoreal tech, and the prices are just all over the place. So that's why in so many of my reviews I'm like, dude, when they get it right, they get it right again. Like almost 10 out of 10 right here. Mwah! Beautiful. But then for something that's a similar price or even more expensive, they'll be reusing old things, and it's just it's so all over the place. I can't get behind it as a brand, because you asked me now, like, what is your expectation with a Marvel Legend now? And I'm like, I don't know. I got nothing. Great, bad, somewhere in the middle. I don't know.
That's fair. No, I think you're spot on. I think Marvel Legends, like outside of Haslab, I think Marvel Legends is transitioning into something else. Like I think they're in the middle of transitioning to overall higher quality products, and I hope that the pinned stuff goes away forever. Like I'm hoping this year is like the last year we see what you're talking about. You know what I mean? Like where we ran, because that I think is such a good point. The quality is there on some of them, and then the quality is not there, but the price is the same, or the price is cheaper on the better one, and it changes on us, and it's hard to buy with confidence when things are getting switched around like that. I totally agree on that.
Especially when you're buying figures, if you are a completionist and a collector, and say you want to buy, I don't know, just for example's sake, like the Brotherhood, and you're like, oh, I can afford to build this set, and there's like, oh, $20 for this guy, $20 for this guy, then all of a sudden, no, $35 for this guy, and it's like, wait, what? But these are all $20. It's like, yeah, well, now this one's 35. Shut up. That's just the price. It's like, but I committed to buy. Oh, no. And that's where a lot of people, myself included, go, well, maybe I just won't bother buying them then. And that was me. I've sold off so many teams that I was building, because I was like, if they ever finish it, what price is it going to be? You know, that's why I'm selling off my Thunderbolts, because I was like, look, are they ever going to finish the Thunderbolts? And if they do, am I going to have to pay $40 for Fixer or whatever? I'm like, no, I'd rather just bail on that. So it's tough. They're not encouraging brand, not loyalty, but brand consistency with the collectors, because we just don't know what we're buying into.
Unfortunately, I don't see prices going down on these things. You know, no. Especially they're not going to lower the prices on these things. I really think, you know, not to get like too deep and crazy about it, but the world economy needs a boost. Like more people need money in their pockets. Like there's too many like banks with lined pockets over here making money off of interest from people like us. You know what I mean? That part drives me crazy. But I want to give a big thanks to Kyle Brown for making it in. I know he's at work. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Kyle.
Happy Thursday. And then Awesome Adam from 2099 sent $1.99. I bet Gigago is what the hell are these words?
GI, is that going to be? I have no idea.
Bro. But you paid for the chat. I want to know what this means.
Well, it's going to be on Disney Plus. Is there a G.I. Joe show or something, or TIDEF? Is that an acronym for?
Yeah. Now we both look like a couple of confused morons.
Yeah.
Like, that's a good screenshot right there. Like,
yeah, looking like a dog that's been shown. What
does that mean? What does it mean? But yeah, let me see if I didn't miss anything else. Oh, and Mr. Grudge, thank you so much. I'm gonna I forgot to mention before, but I split these with my guests because I know I don't get that much love. I don't get 500 people.
You got
coming
some of that model
myself.
behavior magic coming over here.
No, yeah, it's not. No, we don't get there all solo. Ray Farr, thanks again. Well, but Ray does. But thank you.
Ray's a real one.
Yeah, Ray. Yeah, no, Ray's the man. I think it's personally very funny how toxic the fan base has gotten lately. Like, come on, folks, we're all just playing with dolls. But you guys need to know that Ray has said a lot of negative stuff about Marvel Legends. Like, Ray's expressed a lot of negative sentiment about some of the stuff that has happened with Marvel Legends, but he still prefers to have a less toxic fan base. Like, you don't have to, but while things are getting toxic and everything, or while things have been toxic and stuff, it's like I do feel like it is harder for people to stay positive when there's the pinch. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I'm not gonna go out. I think I feel the hurt. All right. And I think a lot of people are feeling the squeeze, and when you're feeling the squeeze, that squeeze doesn't feel so good. It's not the good squeeze. It's a bad squeeze. And they say, like, when there's domestic fights between couples, they usually say like 90% of the time it's over finance issues, right? Like, so when people's wallets are getting squozen, it tenses people up. Like, everyone's got a bottle in the culo, you know what I mean? And it's like, it's not a good one. So it's people got to try to make the extra effort to be respectful to each other. Like, for real, I would challenge anybody to find someone that has the opposite opinion of you and get into a respect, like, go out of your way to be extra respectful to the person that you disagree with. If you hate the Hell Charger, find somebody that loves the Hell Charger and go out of your way to be respectful to that person and disagree with them. You know what I mean? Disagree with them.
It is. It's again with the Hell Charger arguments. It is so much that it kind of upsets me. I'm a very empathic person, so when I see negativity, I kind of feel it. And when folks say, "Oh, if you're buying the Hell Charger, you're a bad person because you're encouraging high prices," which is a point. It's very easy, like I said, to sit in my ivory tower as someone who doesn't want it and go, "Yes, you shouldn't do that." But I think a great analogy is like, I wish I was vegetarian. Because I hate the meat industry, but you know what? I eat meat because I freaking love it. And I hate that I do, but I do. But, I have friends who are vegetarian because they can't stand the idea of eating meat. It's like, it's so repulsive to them. They're like, ugh, no, I wouldn't do it if I was given the chance to. I'm like, well, it's easy for you to be vegetarian then because you can't fathom the idea of doing it. But for other people, I have more respect for the vegetarian who loves meat, but they will say no because I'm not that guy. I wish I was. I wish I was. But sometimes that steak looks so tasty. I'm like, this is terrible. But here I am. And I wish I was a better person.
Like freaking Matrix over here.
Like, I love it. Plug me in, baby. Plug me
in. Oh, man. Don't get me going talking about food, man. I am a foodie to the fullest, man. But I 100% agree. It is easy to be a vegetarian if you don't like meat. If you love meat, props to you for being a vegetarian and not eating that meat. It's I mean, it was hard for me to come to the decision to back out of it. It wasn't an easy move for me because I want it. But actually, I don't really want it so much because it's like I wish I could have it for a much cheaper price. That's what I mean. Like, I wish I could buy it for a much lower price. I don't want it where it's at right now. Let me ask you this. And I want to answer this for myself too. At $350, what would sway you into, and realistic or not, you know what I mean? Like, because I'm not trying to convince you or anything to back it. I just want to know, what could they do to get your $350 for that Hell Charger?
For me, it would have to be, at like top of my head, 2 other Ghost Riders with 2 other motorbikes. That would get, so a car, 2 bikes and you still break that down, it's not like it's a deal and a steal and a sale of the century, but it feels like more bang for your buck. Because the biggest problem with this Haslab, and it is that, and I'm not the first person to say it, but annoyingly, I think I was the first person to think it, but I didn't say it in the video, which is really annoying, is that the whole point of a Kickstarter is that should be the deal. Like, that's it, $350, and you should go, yes, I want that. And then the tiers are a bonus. And that is clearly not what Hasbro was thinking of this. They were like, no, 350, we're thinking mentally with our mathematics of all the tiers as well. And we're supposed to look at it and go, well, maybe with the tiers, it'll be worth it. And that's not what it should be. The Kickstarter should be the thing. And you should go, yes, that is the price I want for that thing. And then if enough people back it, then you get some nice little bonuses. And that's what it should be. It's a bonus, not a reason to buy it. And that's where we messed up.
Yeah, like the His Tank, I don't know if you backed that one. I'm all over G.I. Joe Classified. I'm on G.I. Joe Classified like butter on bread.
They got some pretty figures, man.
I love it. I've been wanting G.I. Joe 6-inch fully articulated figures, and Hasbro is crushing it. From my experience with the His Tank, I backed the His Tank pretty early on. I had to do some budget juggling, and then once I was able to do that, bam, got him. And all of those tiers, like you're saying, it all felt extra because I was stoked on getting it as it was, to the point where, not lying to you, I don't even remember what all the bonus tiers were. Like, I still can't even remember what they are because I was satisfied with the initial purchase. That, like, when I opened that thing, and I'm consciously gonna help myself to forget all those bonus tiers
so you can be surprised,
so that I can get all stoked. Yeah, I want to be surprised. I mean, I'm going to feel surprised in some kind of way. I know I'm already starting to remember them as I'm talking about it more and more. I'm like, there's another figure here and there, and the cannons and the stuff. But for real, I'm stoked about that purchase, and those bonus tiers that they almost didn't matter anymore because they had already sold me on the initial offering. So you're saying with bikes with figures, so like Hell Charger with Robbie, you have to have Robbie with it.
That's it. So boom, you got the Hell Charger with Robbie. Then say you have Danny Ketch, his bike,
figure and bike.
Oh, it's for me to make that deal, to make that deal a deal that I would look at and go, yeah, boom, I want that. Not like I have to convince myself or anything.
Right.
But no, so that'd be it. 2 bikes, 2 more Ghost Riders, then you're talking. And then you can throw a couple of tiers on there. That's the bonus.
Right.
That base offering.
So after that
would have to be it. That would have to be it.
So I'm thinking, okay, so like, what would the price be of a, like, if they're to sell, how much was Cosmic Ghost Rider? I think that was like around $40, right?
That's it. Not much.
So $40 for Cosmic Ghost Rider. So $40 for Danny Ketch, $40 for Johnny Blaze. Let's say inflation, it's $100.
Make it 100. So that's still $250 for a car and Robbie, which is still a lot of money.
It's $50 more than what I wanted, but I would do it. I would do it. Wow. And then anything else on top of that would be great. I mean, I would be satisfied with that. I mean, it would be $50 more than I planned, than I was hoping it would be. But yeah, I think that would be, and
that's where I understand the argument of people saying, don't back it, because you're telling Hasbro, I'm willing to accept less for my money. And it's like, no, don't give them that message. Don't let them think that, because again, it's just dollars and cents.
I think the message has already been sent, though. Has it not? I
don't know.
Even if it gets backed, I mean, they should be scared shitless and be extra careful next Haslab, whether it gets backed or not. At this point, I mean, look how many videos there are of us talking about this stuff. Like, so many people are upset that I can't imagine them, even if it succeeds, I can't imagine them just going, well, whew, that was a success. even if they get to 10,000 backers, because their last projects they hit like 30,000. So even if they get to 10,000, I don't think that's a worthy victory high five over there at the office. You know what I mean?
No,
Like,
no, I don't think that you put it right there. I don't think anyone's high fiving. You know,
yeah, they can't be that stoked. Hey, Shartimus and Dave, cool to see you both together. I think a Fin Fang Foom with the Mandarin figure would have been funded directly for $400. Sorry, I got shoulder pains. $400. I mean, shit. I mean, how big of a Fin Fang Foom are we talking here, man?
Yeah,
I mean,
that would need to be a pretty damn big dragon. Because also you think about what was the name of that insane Optimus Prime that transforms and walks around and
the Robofin Prime. Yeah.
Robofin. What was he? $750?
Yeah, 700, $800.
Okay. I mean, you think about what that can do. Like, yeah, it's double the price of a Haslab, but it is an autonomous robot, you know? Like,
yeah, it's
like you know, I said when they initially revealed the Haslab, I said for that price I should get a back rub and a shiatsu.
Yeah.
That could actually do that. You know, so
it can babysit my kids.
You just need an army of them to do that.
Yeah, Jesus. Yeah, no, but they could actually, I don't let them actually touch it, but like I'll let them talk to it and have it do stuff. So
that's
it could
cute.
Yeah, like when I can't do something like that with the Ghost Rider Haslab.
Yeah, I mean the point you made about it being kind of dull on the shelf when it's not powered up or anything. To be honest, like that's kind of what steered me off. I mean, hey, look at that's a nice bright figure.
See, but this is what I'm talking about. Is this flame effect here should be on the flame effects of the Haslab.
Mm-hmm.
That's what really struck me. I don't think I reviewed this before I backed the Haslab. I think I backed the Haslab and then got this figure and then backed out. Like that's the order. Right. Like, so if you guys want to say I'm just like placating to popular opinion, you could look at that it happened in that order, because this right here looks way cooler than the flame effects that they have over at New York Comic Con.
No, Shad, I'm sorry, but I've read the comments. I know why you backed out. It's because you're obsessed with titties, and this doesn't have enough nakedness, and therefore that's why you backed out. I mean, that's a fact, because it's been said in the comments. So therefore, I read it on the internet, so I know that's true. It was the lack of underboob that did it, you know.
Look, I'm not going to say that didn't bother me, okay? But that wasn't the defining reason, okay? Because I don't think that I know you're messing with I know you're messing with me, Dave. But but for real, that thing, the fact that they will never make sensual, accurate female figures like that.
Yeah,
it bothers me, especially because I just reviewed a bare-chested male figure with nipples sculpted on there. Just saying, like, what the heck? Like,
okay, well, enjoy burning in the fires of hell, pal. All right.
Oh, Jesus, I made that comparison. I know. Yeah, I know. I deserve it. Oh well, I'll be there with the Goblin Queen. Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. You'll finally get your Goblin Queen.
Yeah, I'll enjoy myself in hell with under boobs. I know we've been on for an hour. So I didn't want to push it, but I've been having a good time hanging out.
Yeah. I tell you what, if we are going to be sort of wrapping up, I'd love to finish with like a good bit of positivity, and as much as what was announced at Hasbro Pulse, what's on your pre-order list?
I definitely wanted to talk about that, but I didn't want to make sure I was like kind of impending on your imposing on your schedule.
Dude, so, I'm comfy, man.
You've got another 20 minutes to a half hour to talk about it. That'd be great. Okay, cool.
Absolutely. I mean, Hasbro insisted that I plug some more of their stuff, so I need to get all of those plugs in before we finish.
Sonny got his. Sonny Channel got his Cash App. I got mine. I just want to make sure that you got your show.
So I have to mention the Indiana Jones line at least 5 times.
Yeah, sorry, but okay. Wait, are you into that? I'm kind of curious if you're into that Indiana Jones line at all.
Not for me. I love the movies, but I don't need a line of toys, you know.
Yeah, same here. I just wanted to know who the hell wanted that hella bad. Like if any, like for real, like who that has not been a conversation that I've had with anybody ever. It was like, hey, Shartimus, like, hey, next time you interview the Hasbro team, can you make sure that you bring up Indiana Jones figures? Nobody's said that. I was like, wow, okay. So I know Lucasfilm and everything, so that's probably where that came from. But I want to read Ray's comment here. It's not that Hasbro's quality has gone down, but I believe it's not consistent quality. He's very similar sentiments as Dave over here. Why are we getting a buck cap mold in 2023 for 26? Yeah. I totally see. I totally get that. I believe we will be out of this particular phase in the future. That's what I hope for, and that's what I think is going to happen. That, like, say it was 2025 and they're releasing a Fire Lord. If it's 2025, I think it would be on the Renew Your Vows book instead of the pinned joints right here. That's my assumption. Northern Nomad says, Shartimus and Dave displaying model behavior, both rocking your streams carry a strong amount of mojo and influence on collecting community. Appreciate that. And we charge for per capital letter, so thank you for that. Extremely
shouted from the rooftops. That's shouting from the rooftops.
Hey, he's shouting positive stuff from the rooftops too. Entertain me with my coffee this evening, guys. Oh, right on, evening coffee, bro.
Oh, shout out to Marvel Legends UK. Yeah, that was one of the main Facebook groups that got me obsessed with collecting.
Right on. Shout out Marvel Legends UK. And in case Kyle's working over there, hey man, keep at it, bro. Keep at it.
Get back to work.
Yeah, get back to work, Kyle. Ray Farr once again hooking us up, man. You missed my first 2 super chats, and I gotta give love to my boys. Dave, $5 for you, and Shart, 5 for you. I got both of those. I think I may have. I think I showed them on the screen while we were talking, but thank you very much.
Dude, the trick is to ignore the super chats. Then he has to send more.
Oh, okay. So now I have to be a shill, and I have to try to rip off my viewers, right? Is that how we do this?
That's how we do it. That's how we do it.
I'm trying to learn to be a bigger piece of shit, you know? Carbon Scoring, what's up, man? Great job on the PulseCon live stream, by the way. My PulseCon mate over here. Thanks, guys. This has been a helpful, constructive conversation with understanding of all sides. Well done. Appreciate you both. Right on, Carbon Scoring. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. Very kind of you. And go figure, go. Breaking news, even with the NYCC, Robbie has lower numbers. Yeah, what is it? Has gotten even lower?
Oh, yeah. It seems to be on a downward trajectory. Yeah.
By the way, oh, yeah, it is on a downward thing. Yeah, it's still going down. The thing I also wanted to say about that is that when I posted my video, and I took screenshots of it, that they're actually gaining backers at the time that I posted my video about backing out. So if someone's trying to say that I was trying to kind of curb with popular demand, it was actually the other way around. More people were actually getting excited about it, over even more outrage over it. You know what I mean? I don't know. This is like okay, so let's talk about the reason. Oh man, I just feel bad not getting to all the super chats.
No, dude, do it, man. I'm comfy here. I'm good.
I know you're like 15 feet in the freaking air, dude. Like
right up here with the detolfs.
This is like where I would have to be sitting if we had the same detolf. I would have to be sitting like this. I think that's like around the same.
Man, everyone asks where I got these low down detolfs from, and it's like, dude, I got them on Facebook Marketplace. Like, I have no idea where they actually came from, but they're great.
Oh, by the way, that's where my Galactus is going to go. I'm going to move the sexy figures off, especially because it's illegal to have.
Dude, that's going to be a squeeze to get him on there, isn't it? He's a tall boy.
I thought. Hold on a second.
Because with his
did I not measure
his helmet?
Oh no, you're right, dude. Oh, you're so right. No, it's a little close.
Yeah, I mean, if you have him kind of like crouching, like stooping down, like he's trying to pick up some of the Fantastic Four or something, that might work. But
yeah, I was thinking, damn, yeah, you're right.
Also, I would just be terrified of having my Haslab figure on top
Oh,
of a turtle.
he would be anchored. He would be anchored.
He'd be tied in. Yeah.
Yeah, I would tie him to
Okay.
the wall. I wouldn't just let him just wobble up
That's
there.
right. I worry.
Yeah, no, I appreciate
You're going to give me anxiety.
See, that's it. See right there. Moment of truth. Good guy. Looking out for my Galactus before it even gets here. See? There you go, man. Kudos. Thank you. All right. So out of the stuff, man, you guys keep going on. Shart and Dave tag team wrestled Dan Who and Rich M. Who wins besides viewers? I don't know, man. We're a couple of strong motherfuckers over here, so I think nobody has a chance, dude. I don't know.
Also, I mean, quite frankly, all four of us win because we clean up on pay-per-view, baby. All that money comes into the collective.
That's the right answer. Way to not feed into the competition, Dave. I tried to dig right in, but yeah, you pulled us right back out.
Yeah. Although, yeah, just stone cold facts though. Yeah, man, we'd batter them.
Yeah. We'll ground and pound all day, baby. I got your back, Dave. Don't worry about it. We'll be good. No, violence is not cool, you guys. All right, violence is not cool because you can get sued. No, all right. So
anyway, in America, definitely. Yeah, don't do that.
Yeah. Especially out here, everybody sues each other out here for everything. So don't get into any. Not that you could hurt somebody or anything like that. No, just it's the lawsuit that you need to be concerned about. Why are all the good action figure YouTubers Canadian / British? Hey, dickhead! What the hell? Hey, I'm right here, bro.
I'll take your $20, but I disagree with what you're saying.
Yeah, I'll take. No, I'm. Look, I'm gonna take all. Look, I'm gonna give that all to Dave. All right. No, all
that specifically is going to me. That $20 is going to me.
Yeah.
Again,
thank you so
minus the YouTube fee and the credit card fee and the fee and the fee and the fee.
Yeah, I know.
That's one thing I want to make clear there.
Yes, it's not an even 20. It's more like 15 for every 20 or something like that. I don't know. I have to figure it out. But whatever. Why are all the good YouTubers Canadian or from Britain? Also, what will we get? Oh, he really meant that. I thought he was gonna backpedal on that, but whatever.
No, that's legit. We're standing by that.
Also, when will we get the following in action figure form? Original Death's Head, alternate 70s costume, Captain Britain, female Captain Britain, Aunt May, etc. I mean, if we worked for Hasbro, first off, because we're not the ones to answer this, and thank you again, Alex, for the backhanded super chat. Jesus Christ, I can't believe people do that. But anyway, I don't think they would be able to answer it for you. Like they never answer. Dan Yoon was on Unparalleled Universe's live stream, and I caught some of that, and people were asking about specific characters, and it's like he can't answer those specifics. You know what I mean? But before we run out of time, let's talk about specific figures that are coming out. I've been wanting to talk about the new stuff. So what is your number one figure that you're excited about? Like, which one was the one that you couldn't wait to pre-order right away? Number one. Dude, I have a number one too.
Easy breezy for me. Spiral. That's Spiral, man. I mean, if we're just going from the Hasbro Pulse live stream, because actually this has been an expensive week, man. This has been an expensive week. My just highlight figure that came out of nowhere like an RKO was the 4 Horsemen, the Headless Horseman. Holy potatoes, man. I was not expecting to spend with shipping $170, but I did. Oh, it's just I love the Legend of Sleepy Hollow. I love Pumpkins, Halloween, all of that. And this was just like the trick is don't think about it. You see it, you want it, just do it. And that's what I did. And I'm so happy. So
I know, I cannot wait. I missed the initial pre-order in the morning and I was devastated. And their PR is really good. They responded to like, oh, it's going back up again later tonight. And I was able to get it later that night. I didn't get the bundle with the cup and the shirt and all the stuff, but I got the regular.
Yeah.
And I love Halloween too. Halloween's one of my favorite holidays. But my oldest was she was born just a week before Halloween, and she loves Halloween. Like, and we're watching the Universal monster movies together right now and stuff.
Oh, brilliant.
Dude, it's like she's stoked. We watched Frankenstein, we watched Dracula, we're gonna see the Mummy next. And when I saw that flaming, and she loves the pumpkins, and I mean she can't stop playing with the Michael Myers pumpkin that I have. Anyway, Halloween stuff she goes nuts for. She's delicate enough with the figures where I can show her that the Headless Horseman without her destroying it. She could appreciate it. She'll know it's a dad toy, but because of the kid, I know she's going to appreciate it and enjoy seeing it too. That like it just made an easier buy for me.
Yeah.
But even, I mean, that's kind of that's partly an excuse that I tell myself. But yeah, that four horse. I mean, the Four Horsemen are absolutely crushing it, man. They got their thing nailed. But yeah, so aside from that, though, what Marvel, or I mean, if there's other stuff you want to talk, we don't have.
Yeah. Oh no. Well, I mean, Marvel certainly. The interesting thing is, I'm only the only figure that I'm going to keep is Spiral. And,
Spiral, you said.
Yeah, so Spiral, because I mean, come on. And the fact that she's a normal priced figure in a wave, like that's so I ordered the entire wave because that entire retro wave, if I order it from a company called Comics and Cocktails in the UK, they do like a bundle price for the wave, which actually knocks it down to only about like 23 pounds a figure, which is actually kind of like normal price, you know.
Wow.
So it's really good. So also I'm gonna do the reviews and then sell all the other ones, but I'll keep Spiral because I just love what they've done with her. And then on top of that, Daredevil 3-pack, baby. That Daredevil 3-pack. I think the only figure I've ever regretted selling, the only Marvel Legend I've ever regretted selling is Bullseye. So the fact that we're getting
Bullseye. Wow.
I saw, but dude, times were tough. Times were tight. The Hasbro check hadn't cleared, so I was like,
there's a delay in the Cash App.
Bullseye had to go, but that stung, man. So the fact that we're getting another Bullseye, and I like the blue. I'm down to clown with that. So yeah, I'm thumbs up for that one.
Especially like small price to pay for, you know, compared to getting an aftermarket Bullseye. I'm sure that one costs a lot now. I assume
exactly. Each figure works out as less than $30, which I'm not saying is a steal. It's not a steal, but it's not crazy either. And I'm content with that because it's 3 figures. Because I love the look of the Elektra and the Daredevil as well. Daredevil on the Renew Your Vows body. Yeah, I'll take that. Thank you.
Especially for those that think the first appearance is the best Spider-Man, those two like that. I always like Spidey just being a slightly different size than Daredevil. You know what I mean? So, but I still love my review now. My Renew Your Vows Spidey. That one's still like my favorite right now, and I know there's like a lot of debate. For me personally, oh God, I'm gonna piss off so many people. But I don't care, man. It's my opinion. All right. See, this is and I don't hear anybody else saying this, but my number one is Multiple Man. I love Multiple Man. I love Jimmy Madrix, and I think that's a great looking Multiple Man figure. And I pre-ordered 5, and I may get more. I have 11 of the Apocalypse Build-A-Figure Wave version. So I'm a big Multiple Man guy. I did a custom Multiple Man back in the day, like 10 years ago. I did a pretty sweet group of Multiple Man customs. Similar design, not exactly the same as the green and gold. It was the blue and gold ones. But I went through a lot. It was a lot of work making those customs, and I ended up having to sell them. Times were tough. My Cash App didn't go through it. I had to sell my own customs. But the Multiple Man is my number one. And then Spiral, I'm really excited for. I still think, I have her still on the review station, but I thought that I have a special connection to the first one only because that was released during the darkest time of Marvel Legends. And it was and that was like the best figure to own at that time. It was like the only good Marvel Legend, but like this next one's just gonna slay it. But yeah, Spiral's up there for me. But my number 2 is probably it might be the Iron Man with the plasma cannon. That 3-pack is amazing.
But again, speaking of price inconsistencies, the Iron Man with the photon cannon in the UK is about $60.
You
And it's like, oh, come on, guys. You get out of here.
bucks.
57.99 pounds, which is slightly over $60.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
That's tough, man. That's I can't sign off on that.
It's like 40 US over here.
Yeah. That's the crazy thing is the discrepancy. Again, it's like someone just tossed a coin and they're like, yeah, screw it, $60.
Where was it? Somebody was posting a video of the Renew Your Vows pack was like $80, and then like I think the Venom and Null 2-pack were like $120.
I don't know where I don't know where that was. I saw a picture. Was it like a Toys R Us thing or something?
It looked like it was like a major retailer. It didn't look like it was a mom and pop shop, because if it was like a mom and pop shop, that's the only place where I would excuse that, because they don't have the overhead coverage like does and all that. Like that those are people that are just paying the lease. You know what I mean?
Yeah, those prices were crazy. The Renew Your Vows pack and the Null Venom packs, those were reasonably priced in the UK. I can't remember what I paid for them, but they were average. They were what you would expect. And still, like I was happy with my purchases. I've sold Venom and Null since doing the reviews, but if I was having a bigger collection, I would have happily kept them. I was like, these are good. These are all right. But of course, I sold Venom the minute they announced that Life Foundation pack, because I was like, well, that's the one I want. So I'm looking forward to getting that one as well. But again, those 3 figures work out as about $30 each, which again is expensive, but it's not crazy. But it's borderline. It's borderline.
Right. What was the other? I feel like I have to go back and like look at my pictures over here so I can like remember everything off the top of my head, because I know there's like some other goodies. I have the Moonstone was a big disappointment. The Wolverine, the Strike, the long shot was a disappointment for me. I like the yellow and blue suited Wolverine, and that they're
because of course we're getting the Banshee and the Storm, and they're going to fill out that team. I think that's going to make a lot of hardcore X fans like super happy. So I'm happy for the folks who are happy with that. Yeah,
I'm happy for the people that needed a Phoenix. This one looks better to me, but hey, that's cool that you guys are getting a Phoenix for those of you that needed it. Avalanche! Oh my God, how did we forget to talk about Avalanche? That's my number 2. That's my number 2. Oh shit! You know what? No, that's probably my number 1. The number 1 I'd have to get is Multiple Man. It's like I have it'd have to be Avalanche. Yeah, Avalanche is number 1.
Yeah,
and then I'm gonna.
And they were not being subtle in dropping the hints about Blob either. Where they were like, they didn't say it, but they were like, well, I guess that's the team complete then. Yep, no one else we could possibly be adding. So they've got a little something coming.
Yeah, and they're gonna probably make them squishy too. I feel like they're testing the waters with that Mojo. Have you
is Mojo squishy?
Yeah, he's got a squishy belly. Yeah, he could poke his belly. I like it.
I didn't know that. I didn't know
review coming up tomorrow. Hey.
There you go.
Oh, a little promo. Yeah, I got my review on. Thank you, Charlie, for letting me borrow it, because I pre-ordered the TV box set, and I was like, I'm not going to buy 2 Mojos. I have the one there. I don't need to have 2 extra Mojos. Shartimus review on the Iron Spider-Man was fire. Thank you very much. And then hopefully Blob is all new. Just Plain Steve says, I do hope they do Blob. I sold my old one a while back. Bank that they would. Yeah, I'd assume that they're probably going to go for it.
Yeah.
Let me just take a look over here really quick to see if there's anything else I missed. They have the Strife. For me, I mean, it's like I pre-ordered it, but that was a disappointment of a reveal because it's just a repaint. I mean, this is one thing that really bothered me about the reveals this time around, is that I feel like we got more repaints here than any other set of reveals than we've seen in a long time. Like, I know I know there's a lot of excitement for the Daredevil 3-pack, but it is a repainted 3-pack for the most part.
Yeah.
It's a whole repaint 3-pack. And then the Spider-Man Carnage 2-pack is going to be a repaint set. Long Shots a repaint. It's like the Cyclops is arguable. It's a kit bash between Morph and the previous Cyclops. Repainted Strife. We got a repainted Phoenix. We got a repainted Multiple Man with a new head. You know what I mean? Long Shot.
Yeah.
Wolverine's also a morph body. New head repaint. Moonstone. I guess that Gamora is going to be cool. Oh yeah, and Molecule Man is mostly new, so that's going to be really exciting.
Yes, forgot about Molecule Man. That doesn't really mean too much to me, but I know a lot of folks were asking for Molecule Man. I know that's going to make a lot of folks happy.
Yeah, I think it's from that Hickman run. I think that's where
I recognize him from the Secret Wars, the 2015 Secret Wars.
Which I thought was total garbage. But
really, I gotta say, I actually love that.
Oh, good. You're in the majority, but today I'm not going to go with popular.
No, you're not allowed to have your opinion. You're wrong. You need to be blackballed for disagreeing with my opinion.
I know.
That's how the internet works.
I didn't like it. I bought those comics too. Actually, I think I had stopped reading it halfway through because I was disappointed. I was like, this is not. What was it like? I felt like it was homework at the beginning, like with all the different worlds and shit. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, that was a lot.
What the fuck am I like studying maps and shit here, bro? Like, what? Like, I think that was all Hickman, right?
I think so. Sometimes some of these big stories can kind of disappear up their own backside. Sometimes you're like, okay, dude, calm down. All right, this isn't Lord of the Rings. Just chill.
Yeah, it was a little much, but I'm happy for people that like really enjoyed it, and that again, I don't have problems with people liking other stuff and getting their figures. Like for everybody that's super stoked on Molecule Man, I want the figure too. Don't get me wrong. I love having new characters. It's just that I'm not head over heels over Molecule Man because I didn't like that story so much. It just didn't sell me big time.
I'll tell you what, completely off topic, but before I go, annoyingly, like I think the person might not be in the chat anymore, but I saw someone said, I like Dave's channel, but I gave up on it when he reviewed this robot Spider-Man bizarre thing. And I was like, I've got no problem with people like, jumping off the channel or whatever. It's like, hey, that's, watch what you want to watch. But I just spent the last hour in my head subtly going, robot Spider-Man. I have no idea what that might have been. So if anyone,
Mark 1 armor? Mark 1 armor Spider-Man?
I haven't got a fighting armor. I was looking around going, I don't know. I don't know what it was that they hated enough to stop watching my channel, but I don't know.
Do you have that one? Did you do that one? SPDR? Build a figure?
Oh, I mean, like years ago. So no, I don't know. So dude, if you're in the chat still, no hate. Like it's all good, but let me know what it was because I've got no idea what this Spider-Man was. But I don't know. I wanted to mention it before I forgot. But also, when I was talking there, you got a nice super chat as well from Alexander Thomas. So
was it a nice one this time without the backhanded thing, or can we get a Danny Ketch Ghost Rider? I feel like, and thank you again, Alexander. I appreciate it. I feel like it's either the new version or the original from the 70s. I would like the old school Danny Ketch. 90s Ghost Rider is a scrub. He don't get no love. Grew up reading 90s Ghost Rider at library. I want, Danny Ketch, get your new Fantastic Four set up. That shit blew my mind when I was a kid. I love that they brought it back. Like getting a 90s Danny Ketch look, like that original version that Toy Biz did, or it's not original. Johnny Blaze is the original, but you guys know what I mean. Like the Toy Biz version, I think they did a really good job. And I could totally understand how you'd be confused. It's like, well, hate my content for the content that I put out there, but not for imaginary content that doesn't exist. That's got to be a pretty weird feeling. Like if you're gonna like somebody like I would be kind of weirded out, but if I was you too, because it's like, man, okay, if you're not gonna like me, that's fine, but I don't think that happened, bro. Like
it kind of reminds me how my old girlfriend
Oh,
used
maybe it's
to
time
used to
for
be pissed off with me because I did something terrible in her dream. And I was like, it was in your dream. She's like, yeah, but you. So
Oh,
I'm mad at you now.
so
I'm
funny.
like,
My
you
wife has
dreamt
that.
it. All right. But
That's
maybe
what
it
I'm
was
like.
Cyborg
Was she
Spider-Man.
hot though? Was she hot? Like, was she really hot?
Well, I mean,
Like, that's what I get.
yeah, but you would have, wouldn't you? It's like, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I had that earlier this week too. My dream. I don't dream about her doing stupid stuff. It's like it's so weird. I've never had a dream of anybody I was ever with doing something like deceitful on my. Okay, now we got the spams in here.
Yeah, they love it,
Locked.
man.
All right. Well, that's our
Hang
cue
on,
to
wait.
get going. Let's
I need
just,
to write that number down. Ah, it's gone. Ah, dang it.
which one did you
I
need?
want. Oh,
Oh, the dating site.
the sex chat number, but it's gone now.
Oh,
So
bummer. Oh well. Dude, have you been to any of the Mexican temples Namor is based on? The feathered serpent god. I can't say his name. Kukulkan, I think is what they said. But yes, I got to see the Sun Temple and the Moon Temples, or
awesome.
the pyramids in Mexico City. Yeah, or I think it's just outside of Mexico City, if I remember right. But yeah, Mexico City on Boxing Con, I got to go visit the temples. That's one reason why I'm so hyped on Namor, is because I got to visit a lot of historical places over there, and I got to go to museums over there, and I got to see a whole bunch of the art and everything that influenced Namor. So that makes me even more stoked for Namor after getting to see all that stuff. I'm very excited for it.
Oh, dude, that's I didn't know that you'd seen some of that. That sounds awesome. I love what they're doing with Namor. I saw the trailer and I was feeling a bit burnt out on MCU, but man, that Wakanda Forever trailer, just like, God, I'm like, well done. Well done,
Yeah.
man. That's what MCU should freaking be. I was emotional. I was pumped. I was just like, this is the good stuff. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. I think that's going to be great.
Yeah, I'm stoked as hell. I Charlie, the one will make you sleep on the couch. I'm lucky if I get to sleep on the couch. No, I'm just kidding. Sometimes I will willingly sleep on the couch to spare her my snoring, because I snore like a son of a bitch, especially if I'm really tired. I don't know what it is, but ever since I turned 40, I've been snoring like a motherfucker. I don't know why, but anyway, sorry about the language, you guys. I try not to cuss on the ShartimusPrime channel. Not that anybody's like, worried about it. Not apologizing to Dave. He didn't ask me not to cuss or anything.
No, dude. Actually, it's so nice being on a channel that's not my own, because then I can actually swear. I'm so conscious about not doing it on my channel that I get on someone else's, and I'm just like, oh, the gloves are off now.
I know. Yeah. Like, what the fuck you say? Oh, I can say all kinds of fucks.
Model behavior after dark.
Yeah. There you go. Model behavior after dark. Man, thank you again so much for making the time out to be here, especially with all the the rescheduling and stuff and everything that's going on with the community and Marvel Legends lately. I gotta say, I had a great time hanging out right now, man.
Dude, this was awesome.
This was a really good time. It was very refreshing. And dude, like, is there anything you want to promote? Anything else you want to say?
Man, first of all, yeah, again, man, thank you so much for having me on. This has been an absolute blast. It's you were the first reviewer that I started watching, and it's been a real pleasure to actually get to be on the show, man. And you've been nothing but a kind, nice influence, despite what you might be like, I'm not that nice. It's like, well,
I'm really not. I'm really not. I'm an asshole. All right.
But yeah, you've always been nothing but encouraging for me and my channel from what I've been doing when I was this little acorn, and now I'm a slightly bigger acorn. So we're doing it, so I really appreciate that. And guys, if any of you are not familiar with me, and if you want to head over to Displaying Model Behavior, then it's a whole smorgasbord of all kinds of fun stuff. And I'm going to go back through the archives and make sure there are no Robot Spider-Man reviews to put people off.
Yeah, exactly. Watch out on those Robot Spider-Man reviews. I hope I put the link in the description below. If not, I'll fix it later. But yeah, check out his channel. Thank you so much, Dave. I had a great time once again. And thank you to everybody that came in here, everybody that's supporting both of us. And let's all respect each other. Let's enjoy the hobby and respect each other, and not and and keep it positive within the collectors. Feel free to bash the manufacturers, but just don't insult each other. You know what I mean? Like, come on.
Exactly. If you guys are here in person, we'd all crack a beer together.
Exactly. I don't know about the pants thing, but definitely the
No,
beer.
we can keep the pants on. It's optional. Yeah.
Okay, optional pants. Optional pants. I'll know that for when I go to the UK. All right. Thank you so much, Dave. And stay tuned for the next thing coming up on this channel. And I will catch you. Yay area. Where's that yay area? Ah, we saw it. There it is. Yay area right over there. All right, you guys. Catch you later. Peace.
Peace.